Today we're gonna talk about the 5 necessary things to learn a language. Specifically English we're gonna talk about. Hello folks, my name is Laura and I'm from English for You channel. Welcome to one more video. Well, I'm gonna make this video all in English so you can practice your listening, practice your understanding, and learn more with us. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You know that it's very important to me to keep doing videos for you and also to understand that you like this kind of content, especially videos 100% in English, okay? So, let's go. Today we have a guest who's called Anna.
I'm Anna.
And she's Brazilian, okay? And she's going to tell you what are her secrets for learning a language. Well, Anna is a fluent English speaker and she studied by herself. So I believe that you will have a lot to bring to us. So let's welcome Anna.
Welcome me. How you guys doing? Can I say guys in this video?
Of course.
Okay, it's not so polite as I thought. So
it's very informal here.
It's very
Those are my folks.
Those are your folks, so they are my folks too because you're my folk.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, man.
So this is Anna, and Anna, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
So, how old are you and when did you start learning English?
I am very young, as you can see. No, I'm just kidding. I am 25 and I started studying English when I was 6 years old.
6 years old,
yeah.
Okay. And how did you learn English? How did you study?
So, I started studying the school books and watching a lot of movies, especially Disney movies. I think that Disney movies are so great for you that are beginning English because they are very simple, but at the same time they're not that simple. So they teach you a lot of stuff.
What kind of books?
School books. Like
okay. Yeah. Tip number 1, I'm gonna write it down here. School books, start reading them. And you call like school books like grammar books, or you mean like literature?
Both.
Okay, both of them. So
and grammar. Grammar is very, very, very important.
You see that? We just had a video last week talking about should I study grammar or not. If you want to watch it, don't forget to click here. I'm gonna put it here on the top so you can also watch it.
That the both ways, that's the grammar and the vocabulary. You have to have both of them.
All right, I agree with that too.
Okay.
Well, so you didn't have any English tutor, any English teacher, or you didn't go to an English course?
No, I've never had any English teacher or stuff like this.
So basically you didn't have any teacher, you didn't have any English tutor, or you didn't go to school?
No, actually when I was 6 years old, I started studying because I heard a woman speaking English and I was very interested in it. So I fell in love and I was like, I have to know how to talk in this language. So I started studying, but I didn't know how to study. So I took the grammar and I started watching movies and listening to music, a lot of music. And I tried to copy their accents. And nowadays, I'm not the best in English, but I think I'm pretty well.
Okay, yeah, I also think so. So let's go. She already mentioned that she had studied English alone by herself, and she used school books, music, and also what you said? TV. Okay.
Movies.
TV and movies. So you used to listen to songs in English?
But start with the songs and then you go to the movies because songs are better than movies in my opinion.
Okay, that's awesome. So songs are better than movies in the beginning. So you used to listen to music in English?
In English.
And did you translate it? Did you like...
Well, how was it? In the beginning I didn't translate it, but it was like Rihanna, Umbrella. And I think the first music that I heard in English, I don't remember, maybe what was Beyonce. and I started trying to copy. I like to sing too, and for me it was like I need to sing like Beyonce. So I need to copy her. So
even like in the way she speaks?
Even the way she speaks, man, that's the way she speaks. And I try to do my accent, American accent, like the part of United States, like
Brooklyn accent?
Brooklyn accent.
Okay.
But I don't know if you guys think that, but I tried.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, so besides that, so you watched movies, you listen to music, you used books, and for how long did it take to actually start to be able to have conversations in English?
Well, one of my first conversations in English it was with you.
Okay.
No, one of my first, because we were at not high school, but I don't remember.
Elementary, I believe.
And we were talking in the streets, and we started talking in English, and I started talking, but I had some conversations with myself in the mirror, because I didn't have anybody to have conversation with.
That's something awesome, by the way, talking to yourself
in the
mirror, because
so people will not think that you're so weird because you're in the mirror, because if you talk alone, people will think she's crazy, she has the nuts in her head.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So for example, if you want to practice conversation, go in front of a mirror and talk to yourself.
Talk to your dog.
Yeah, talk to your dog,
or your cat,
talk to your cat.
Your cat, yeah. Your cat, your brother.
That's a good idea.
I used to talk to my brother, but he didn't like it.
So when we were like young teenagers, we used to go out to shopping malls to take the bus to go to school, and we used to speak in English to each other, like in Brazil. I know it sounds strange,
but we were teenagers.
Yeah, and actually I think that's an awesome idea, because it's like you're playing and learning at the same time.
At the same time.
It's a smart idea if you think about it. So if you have no one to practice conversation with and you want to develop your speaking skills, find a friend who's also learning English to talk to him or her. And that way you both can practice English speaking.
And don't forget to make web friends, because if you make a friend from United States, Canada, Australia, and you talk to him or her on WhatsApp, I don't know, or Skype, you're gonna have a lot of learning in this point.
Yeah, but how can they make friends online?
Well, I'm kind of nerd, so I used to play a lot of RPG games. And I used to know a lot of people, so I knew people from France, England, and United States, and a lot of countries. But the only way that I know how to make friends from the internet is by the games. So if you are a player, and the games are very important for you that want to know how to speak English.
That's true, because online games have a lot of English.
Yeah.
Or for example, if you work, you take the specific area you work and you start looking for articles or courses in English. So you're gonna learn two things at the same time, English and the thing related to your career, for example.
Definitely.
So how long did it take for you to start like a conversation?
A conversation, let me think. I was six years old, 7, 8. Maybe when I was 9 years old, I was talking already.
Okay, so it took like 3 years.
3 years.
Studying by yourself.
Studying by myself.
And nowadays it's like a world of possibilities, because everyone has access to internet, so they can find websites, YouTube channels just like mine, and Instagram profiles, so it's much easier to practice.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I didn't have internet.
Yeah.
We didn't have...
That's why she was studying with school books, because she didn't have internet connection.
I remember that my mother went to my bedroom all the time, and I was like reading the dictionary all the time.
Yes, in the past we used to study by reading dictionaries. So folks, enjoy the opportunity of having internet. You don't have to read dictionaries anymore.
You have to read books, e-books, all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, so what do you suggest? 5 things someone should have to learn a new language. Like you were studying French, you studied English. What do you suggest for people? What should they have? Number 1.
Discipline.
Discipline. It's very important. Because if you don't study every day, it will take you much longer to speak English.
Yeah, of course. Patience.
Patience. Okay, patience. You need to be patient. Why? Why do you think so?
Because it's gonna take a little bit of time for you to start speaking, but once you speak, you never stop. You never stop. But until you are speaking, it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah, so don't start today and think you're gonna speak English tomorrow, because learning a language is something difficult.
It's something.
So it takes time. Number 3.
Disponibility.
Disponibility. So discipline, because it will take your time to study a language. So separate, I would say, at least 15 minutes to study every day. She said 3, but take as long as you need, alright?
But don't be like studying for 10 hours.
Yes, 10 hours once a week. It doesn't work, okay?
That doesn't work. You have to really want to know how to speak a new language, because the motivation is all.
That's right. And then the last but not least, number 5.
Curiosity.
You have to be curious.
Yeah.
Why so?
Because it's a new whole world, a brand new world, a whole new world. And you have to take your time and see it all.
And for those people who want to practice listening, remember you can also get your English cast, which are the audios 100% in English from English for You. I'll leave the link below here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's thank Anna for being here with us today.
Thank you guys.
And I hope that she can be a motivation for you to start learning English or keep learning English by yourself or with a teacher, the way you prefer. Okay, so thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.
See you.